Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on my channel. And for this video, I will be ranking 10 superhero movies from worst to best. But before I do that, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of these more ranking type videos coming your way. And also, this is my opinion. So you guys have your own. So I may receive some hate for some of these rankings, but just know it's my opinion. We will always disagree in some rankings. And also, Joker will not be included because it doesn't really count as a superhero film. But if I were to put it somewhere, I would put it second place, just in case you guys want to know. And because Joker isn't in this list, I didn't really spoil you guys any rankings yet, so yeah. Now, also, the movie Birds of Prey will be in this list, but you don't have to worry because I won't talk about spoilers at all. And also, one thing, for these ranking types of videos, I used to use videos and stuff, but for this video, I'm gonna be using just screenshots of stuff because I'm having really horrible luck with copyright claims when I use videos, so I'm just gonna stick with the screenshots. Okay, so let's start off with number 10. So at number 10 spot, I have Avengers Endgame. Now, believe it or not, this movie was really disappointing for me, at least. The way Thanos got defeated was so lame compared to how he gets defeated in the comics. Not only that, but the way they wasted a lot of characters in this movie who could have had a lot of potential going forward annoyed the living crap out of me. And probably the part that pissed me off so much was the fact that Hawkeye survived. If you guys know me, you guys would know how much I hate this character. Don't get me wrong, Jeremy Renner, absolute legend, but just the character he plays, I hate. But the positives for this movie was Fat Thor was by far the most entertaining thing ever in this entire movie. I loved some time travel parts, although in the end it doesn't make any sense at all. The fight scenes were really cool as well. And I cannot forget the fact that this was probably the movie when I started liking Captain America, and he was easily the MVP for this movie. So at number 9 spot, I have Shazam. Now, this movie was so goddamn good. It did a great job in explaining Shazam's origin story of Billy Batson, who later on takes up the mantle of Shazam. Not only that, but the way how Zachary Levi portrayed Billy Batson was awesome. He's in the form of a 30-year-old guy, but he acts as a 14-year-old so well, and he just did a great job. The main villain as well, Dr. Savannah, was great. But some negatives in this movie was that the way when they did the Shazam family, I thought it was too early to do so. If they did that in the second movie or something, I would have preferred that. But yeah, that's really the only negative thing I have in this. The comedy they used in this movie as well was great. Okay, so on number 8 spot, I have Spider-Man Far From Home. This movie was really good, and Tom Holland once again did a brilliant job in acting as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. In this movie, Peter is struggling with the death of Tony Stark, which was handled pretty well. Peter is traveling different places due to a school trip, and he teams up with Mysterio to fight those elementals. But the rivalry between Mysterio and Spidey was awesome, and the cliffhanger when Peter got exposed was really goddamn good as well. So at number 7 spot, I have Spider-Man 1. Although Tom Holland does a better job as acting as Peter Parker than Tobey Maguire does, you can't say the same thing about this movie. This movie is the perfect origin storytelling of the Spider-Man character, is the best of Spider-Man we ever had, web swinging, fight scenes, all that. This has everything you would want. Everything was handled really well. Sam Raimi did an amazing job in this film, whether it was the web swingings or the rivalry between Green Goblin and Spider-Man. Everything was so well done. This movie had it all. This movie was I was really happy when they announced that the person who's directing Doctor Strange was Sam Raimi, because of like what a fantastic job he's done for this. So yeah, this movie is the best Spider-Man movie we have. And number 6, we have Wonder Woman. Still one of the best DCEU films till this day. Wonder Woman is where we see the redemption of DC after Batman vs Superman, but that doesn't last very long because after Justice League it flops down, but after Aquaman the DCEU is fully redeemed. This movie did an incredible job in telling the story of an Amazonian princess. Gal Gadot is the perfect cast choice to play Wonder Woman. The fight scenes were incredible. The humor they used worked really well, and the rivalry with Ares and Wonder Woman were so great. And the scenes with Steve Trevor's during like the last moments were really sad. Now there's an honorable mention I want to make right now, and that is Aquaman, because it's really after this that the DCEU movies got great again. Well, Joker doesn't count as a DCEU movie, so I'm not gonna count that in. But like Shazam, Aquaman, and Birds of Prey, they were really good. Okay, so number 5 spot was Captain America: Civil War. This movie was really intense and still one of the best superhero movies till this date. The way they handled the Avengers turning on each other for different opinions was really well done. The fight scenes were awesome, and we can't forget the fact that this movie has the debut of Spiderman and Black Panther as well. But one negative thing I had was that Hawkeye was in this movie, and one honorable mention I'd like to make as well is Iron Man 1, as without this movie, none of the MCU films would have really been possible, and it was the first movie of the best Marvel superhero as well. So at number 4 spot, I have Birds of Prey, recently changed the name to Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. Now Harley Quinn doesn't really count as a superhero, which is why I was debating on whether putting this or not. However, the Birds of Prey do count as superheroes, so due to Harley Quinn being part of the Birds of Prey in this movie, or at least teaming up with them, I'm putting in this movie. So I put this at number 4 spot. Now, this movie really got me shocked. I went into the cinema with low expectations due to how bad the trailers looked, but this movie just got me shocked. This movie was absolutely awesome and my favorite DCEU film so far. This movie was so much fun and the fight scenes were great as well. The sense of humor was really well done. The team itself was great, but this was mainly just because of the performance of Harley Quinn. Without her in this movie would probably make it a lot lower in this list. But Margot Robbie's performance as Harley Quinn was outstanding, and same goes for Ewan McGregor playing Black Mask. Okay, so number 3, I put Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War was the best Avengers movie we had in my opinion. Everything worked so well in this movie. Thor became so goddamn powerful as well, and that Wakanda entrance was awesome. Hawkeye wasn't in this movie, thank the Lord. Goddamn Thanos was so powerful in this, and he was definitely the best part in this movie. He was incredibly powerful, and that cliffhanger with the snap is still the best ending we've ever had on a superhero movie ending, but still isn't the best movie so far. So at number 2 spot, my favorite MCU film, still bit underrated, but I love this movie, and that is Thor Ragnarok. This movie was so fun to watch. We got to see Thor's full power without his hammer, which was sick. The comedy that was added worked really well. Hulk and Thor in this movie were great. The scenes with Loki as well were so entertaining, especially the get help moment. We cannot forget Hela. Her performance was so well done as well. And another honorable mention I would like to make is Logan, because that was a great movie as well, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, so at number 1, This is really not a surprise at all and is the best movie to ever exist, and that is Captain Marvel. Nah, guys, I'm joking. I'm joking. If you guys hadn't figured out already, then I don't know what to say. But as soon as I said Captain Marvel, you guys should have known that I was joking. But really, this isn't a surprise at all. Actually, in number one spot is Batman The Dark Knight. This movie is not only the best superhero movie ever to be released and impossible to dethrone, but also, in my opinion, the best movie that's ever been released. This movie is a masterpiece in every single way possible. Heath Ledger's performance was on point. You cannot say anything negative about him. The way he played Joker is the best we've ever seen. And the scenes Joker had were awesome. Ledger just did an amazing job playing this insane character, but also one of the most iconic DC villains ever as well. Christian Bale as Batman was great as well. The fight scenes were so good. The rivalry between Joker and Batman were so bloody amazing. And I've rewatched this movie 6 times. And believe me when I say this, it gets better and better the more times you watch this. And it will never get boring no matter how many times you rewatch this. And actually, I am planning on rewatching this again in the weekend as well. So it will be my 7th time. But yeah, the best superhero movie ever is Batman The Dark Knight. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think of my list, and also give me your list in the comment section as well. And I will see you guys in my next video.